Well, Charles had unfortunately had a period of mental confusion, which meant that he had not ended up looking after himself very well, and social services had moved him into a home while they worked out what needed to happen. At that stage, there was a very real possibility that Charles might never return home again because his mental capacity was in question about whether he could understand his choices and whether he could understand the need to look after himself. A community advocate was asked to go in and try and understand how Charles felt about being in the home.
I suppose the thing was, I think it was the restriction more than anything, because you couldn't go out. I never went near the front door because it was locked. So you were in. And it gave me a horrible feeling like, that did bother me. Luckily the weather was nice, so it was nice to be outside quite a lot of the days, but it had a very high, all around was a very high fence, and it, if there was locks on, nobody would go out unless they went out of the front door. In there, everything was quite nice. The food was nice. The staff who worked there were lovely. They were all very helpful and nice. But it was it was like, I felt, oh, but what happens? I'd like to get out, but nobody to talk to about anything like that. I think I suppose I felt kind of lost, but I wanted to get out of there. I didn't feel I fit in there. No, I didn't. It was somewhere where you didn't feel you were going anywhere. There was all those people, and all the ones in, they were very nice. Lots of them, but they were all very elderly, women, men, mostly women. I think there was in there. I don't think they had any hope of ever going anywhere else.
When the advocate went to see Charles, the first thing Charles said was he was a little bit confused. What he was actually confused about was not why he was there. He understood that something had happened to him and he hadn't felt well. What was confusing him was why did he have to stay there, because he clearly felt that he should be back home, and he couldn't understand why this couldn't happen.
It was nice to see you because you came in. I think it was nice sunny days. It was all sunny days there, and you come into the garden, introduce yourself, and we just went. We did go to the room, and we just sat and talked about how things were and how I was. I don't remember it in detail, except it was a different face. Someone new. We could discuss different things, and you weren't a member of the staff. I think that was nice.
Well, the way to help Charles was to get the whole decision looked at again by social services. So the advocate contacted Charles's social worker to ask them to redo the capacity test, but this time using a POhWER mental capacity advocate to support the process. When they did this, the outcome was that Charles was found to have capacity to express where he wanted to live and what support he wanted to receive. The social worker was able to move Charles back into his home within a matter of days, where he was able to live an independent life once again.
Well, there's no one to tell me what to do, and I'm the one who makes the decisions. I've had a lot of help. I've had these nurses come 4 times a day. Not for long, just they bring me pills, they have a chat one in the morning, one about midday, one early evening and one later. I wasn't very confident at first. I was lost. But like I said, yesterday was the first day I felt relaxed enough to do things like we went for coffee. I went and ordered the coffee. All this time, I think normal things, which was good. Well, now I'm at home, I can do what I like, and I do feel happier, yeah.